One of the coolest things we've seen go into space in a long time was GOES-R, a satellite that's going to give us unbelievable capability in the coming years. And now that GOES-R is on orbit above Earth, it has been named GOES-16, the latest in the satellite series. That's going to be a series of 4 satellites to make us safer and get better images of Earth than ever before. And we've got a very special guest with us today. Yep, Jenni Lafin is with us from the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Kansas City. And Jenni, like me, but even more qualified, you are a GOES geek. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know, I got to see the thing launch from the roof of the VAB, and to know when it made it into space that we're going to get technology that will save potentially millions of Americans as years go on is an exciting thing. We've been seeing images off of the old GOES series for years, and I want you to talk about how much different GOES-R is going to be than what we currently have in space.
Yeah, definitely. I've heard people saying that it's basically like going from your old CRT TV to 4K HD just in one fell sweep. It is 5 times the temporal resolution, so you're going to get scans every minute in one sector and every 5 minutes just over the entire US. So a huge improvement there. We're also looking at 4 times the spatial resolution increased in all of the products. And then also 3 times the number of products. So we're getting a lot more bands off of the satellite as well.
This is so cool because as we see the comparisons of these images, like you said, it's like black and white TV to full HD color. How do you think this is going to help us with a warning in the preparation process with imagery coming off so quickly and such high resolution? What's this going to do for you as a National Weather Service forecaster to help us?
It's a whole new data set, and we're going to continue to do research. It's a really exciting time to see how we can use it. So right away, you're already looking at things that are on a similar spatial resolution to radar, which is what we usually use to make our warning decisions. So now we can look at satellite on a similar spatial and temporal resolution and are able to see that almost in real time with improved latency and improved resolution as well. But the really exciting thing is there's probably a lot that we don't know yet. We're able to look at the data in a whole new way, visualize it in addition to being able to see it on radar, and really just finding some new things that we can look at.
And you know, the imagery is not going to just be totally weather related. We're going to be able to see volcano eruptions, the clouds of volcanic ash coming out a lot quicker. We're going to be able to see quick development of storms, dust, which may be in effect, you know, coming off of Africa, which could affect development of tropical systems. This is really exciting stuff.
Yes, definitely. There are a whole bunch of new bands. We had 5 before, and now there are 16. So that really helps us look at phenomena that we weren't even able to see before.
And I didn't even think about it, but the big wildfire season we had this past year, that's going to help us see how smoke propagates out of those fires also, so a big deal. Now, not only the imagery itself, but we've got a brand new way of looking at lightning from space too. Can you talk about the GLM?
Yeah, definitely. So the way that we look at lightning right now is based on detection. And that means we can only see cloud-to-ground strikes. There's a lot that's going on within the cloud, especially even before those cloud-to-ground strikes start. So the Global Lightning Mapper is going to allow us to see both in-cloud and cloud-to-ground flashes. And you can see a lot of different stuff. As far as decision support and events, I've seen a couple of studies where people were actually able to track that lightning through the clouds before that first cloud-to-ground strike occurred. So they were actually able to give lead time to an event to let them know that lightning was coming. So that's a really cool application there. Also, there have been a lot of studies that are starting to relate lightning flash rate to severe weather and specifically tornado genesis. So it's possible that just being able to study how frequently the lightning is flashing, what that flash rate is, and jumps within that lightning flash rate could tell us a lot about severe weather before it even happens.
Well, I know you guys are just as excited as the National Weather Service as we are at WeatherNation about all this new data. And not only that, we can talk about this later too, space weather. This is going to help us warn communications, satellite controllers, and ham operators, and even power companies about how that could affect us in the future. Jenni, thank you so much for being here. We will be back with you as GOES-16 continues to advance, and we hope to see you at the launch of GOES-S soon.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me on.
We'll be back here on WeatherNation. We'll have the very latest for you as all these developments continue to happen. So stay with us and stay with us all day for what's going on around the country.